Nice green suit.
Hey, thank you. Thank you. Likewise. Likewise. Yeah, there's been a few green suits today, which I've been pretty happy to see. Really supporting the Hyperliquid end of things. Anyways, thanks for being here today. Our final talk of the day. Just wanted to get into like an overview here of the strategies and deployments that Hyperion is using on chain today.
Yeah, so we think that our ability to build and deploy in Hyperliquid creates a unique return profile for our investors. At the end of the day, we call it our triple dip strategy. The three verticals are our growing treasury of Hype, north of 2 million tokens, all owned, all staked. Our growing DeFi business lines, our validator, HIP3 markets, borrowing and lending protocols, vaults, pretty much everything that Hyperliquid has to offer. And then the third of the three dips is upside in the ecosystem. That's token or equity, early stage builders, which altogether has allowed us in Q1 to generate 3.1x base staking yield. And so because of that, we think that it's unique among opportunities to invest in Hyperliquid, and it allows us to build in a way to make Hyperliquid more lucrative and accessible for institutions.
Wow, I really like the triple dip. I like that term. That's pretty fun.
Yeah, somebody once said, "Is that a bad diner dish?"
Oh, that's great. I like that. Tell us about the recent Blockdaemon partnership, and what does that unlock, and why is Blockdaemon the right partnership?
Absolutely. So if you look at Blockdaemon and what they do, they've set up very respectable world-class integrations with a lot of different blockchains out there for institutions mostly to earn additional yield on their tokens and to access DeFi. So them wanting to do this on Hyperliquid is a signal that they believe that Hyperliquid offers a real unique opportunity for them. And them choosing us is another signal that we are a platform for institutions to integrate into DeFi. Part of it is our partnership with Kinetiq, the largest liquid staking protocol on Hyperliquid, and recently top 3 liquid staking of any blockchain anywhere. So they are an excellent partner. We appreciate their vote of confidence in us, and hopefully more to follow and more news to follow on both sides.
Yeah, great. And with the Hype Asset Use Service, HOS. Is that how you say it? HOS? How do you guys...
We like to say house.
House, okay.
HOS is acceptable, though.
But that's really intriguing. So how does Hyperion decide which house opportunities or activations are actually worth pursuing?
Well, I'll start by saying we end up saying no to way more things than we say yes to.
Oh, okay.
Way more. There's a lot of opportunities to deploy Hype in the ecosystem, which is why we are using our treasury constructively to do so. Fundamentally, it needs to be sustainable from an economics perspective. It has to pass all kinds of like compliance and risk checks that we and our board would get comfortable with. And then it's sort of a efficient frontier of yield and return and upside and what it means for the ecosystem. And so what we've recently chosen to do at the moment, our first partnership that's live is with Silhouette, which is shielded and permissioned trading. You'll hear a lot of things in this conference about how can institutions get comfortable on the Hyperliquid blockchain. One way is by making things permissioned, and the other thing is by making their trading shielded and not necessarily giving up their full order book. That's what Silhouette does. The other one is an announcement that we made yesterday with SKU Trading, which is new HIP3 markets, a bit more bespoke, and also allowing third-party partners to integrate with our listing service for various markets. And for both of them, it fits into the triple dip. It's staked tokens, it's businesses that we've built, and then we get equity upside in these protocols. So that's how we decided, and that's what we do.
Wow, that's really cool to see how that whole unfolds. And the latest thing here where with SKU is really cool to see this kind of bespoke markets that can be tapped into, things that maybe aren't as available. So that's really cool that you guys can unlock all of that stuff. And so what's the kind of the economics there? Just kind of refresh us again, how that all works, and give us a little bit more on the house deals.
Yep. And we're not going to disclose the exact arrangements with each partner, both for confidentiality and for competitive purposes.
Of course.
But these are our tokens. We own them. So we are earning the staking rewards on the tokens fundamentally. With Silhouette, it's 100,000 tokens. With SKU, it's 500,000 tokens. So that's $30 million-ish for SKU. That's us. We own those. And then we basically structure some form of fee sharing or revenue sharing with the protocol partner. A portion of the revenues that they make from the markets or listing fees. There can be fixed components. There can be variable components. And then in addition to that, as I said, we really strongly prefer to have aligned equity structures, either tokens or future equity issuance, things of that sort. And all in, as noted, we earned 3.1x base staking yield. That has grown every single quarter since we've launched. That's not a target, but it fits in line with the triple dip strategy. And the point is that when the market wins, we win. When the issuer wins, the deployer wins, we win. And when hype goes up, we win, which we believe that it will.
That's a great way to leverage the triple dip. I really like this. With HIP 3 and 4, how do you guys think about that as like a larger or broader kind of business strategy? We obviously looking at it with SKU and kind of these bespoke markets, but how else do you guys look at that?
Sure. So fundamentally, what HIP3 allowed people to do was build their own markets, launch their own perpetuals futures markets, and it created a number of different opportunity fronts. Trade XYZ has done an excellent job with single name stocks, pre-IPO stocks, things of that nature, but there's much more markets that can be developed. And that's what we are focused on in terms of indices, in terms of baskets, in terms of other more institutional focused and industrial focused things to be doing. And in addition to that, a platform that allows others to list their own markets, we think is going to become very attractive with all the conversations that we've had. With HIP4 outcome markets, I think that adds a layer, but then a whole different suite of products and services that are there to be monetized. There's many teams that are waiting and ready for the moment that HIP4 becomes permissionless, where they can build their own piece. That we certainly will be probably their first call of, hey, this is now live. We like to build it. We like to build it with you, and we would intend to be involved. It's all a part of how, if and when Hyperliquid becomes the blockchain to house all the finance, there's going to be multiple ways to deploy and make money and make it better, both for the users and for our investors and for, frankly, society at large, if that's not too broad of a thing to say.
Yeah, fantastic. Sounds like you guys got a really good handle on everything. That's really exciting to see. Final question here. We look at things like strategy and MicroStrategy and what they've got going on here. MSTR and Stretch, they going to make it?
So I'll start by saying I am not an expert in Bitcoin. I'm not an expert in MSTR. However, everyone in crypto owes Bitcoin a debt of gratitude for what it has done for the industry. And for my company, Hyperion DeFi would not exist if strategy did not exist first, in terms of like, what does it mean to be a digital asset treasury, to own crypto inside of a public company? I'd say fundamentally we have a very different model where strategy has accumulated a lot of shareholder value over time, but we are a builder and a ecosystem business participant. They approach credit and leverage in a unique way. I think what they're facing right now shows the double-sided sword of volatility. Fundamentally, I think MicroStrategy will make it and will continue to be around. They've added a lot of value. They've had a very firm following for quite some time. And then in terms of their various debt products, STRC and the others, I think that the use of those products will continue to evolve as the market evolves. But yes, I do think those also make it. If you look at the LTV levels, the leverage levels, those should pay off at par at some point in the future. If and when they choose to do it, who knows? But they've given themselves a lot of tools and a lot of flexibility to support those products. And I think, frankly, some of their recent announcements show that they're doing a fantastic job being active in doing so.
All right. Well, absolutely appreciate you coming up here today and for the final talk of the Hyperliquid Summit. Appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Enjoy happy hour, everyone.
Hyperliquid!
Woo!